but you can penetrate her through the back. At that point, that lady felt like she had died, like she was just dead, and she told herself, let them just finish and kill me. That is what she was saying in her head. Let them just finish and kill me. She's trying to scream. The panty is in her mouth. She can't scream. She's trying to breathe. She can't breathe. One is penetrating her to the back. One is penetrating her like from the front. She's afraid. She's tired. Everything. All her body is aching. And she's like, wait, I'm too dirty. I have to clean all this. That was the mistake she did. Yeah, me, I felt like that was a mistake because she ought to have gone to the hospital at that point. But she's saying she went to the shower, she opened the shower and just let the water flow for an hour, just scrubbing herself, even using a brush to scrub inside her loins and the rest. So it was terrible. And the moment she felt like, at least now I'm okay, she rushed to the hospital. Mark you, with no money, she was broke, so she walked over to the hospital and shared this video why it is that everyone can see this video so that we can find justice for this lady Fah who was raped by 4 men in the name of disrespecting a politician. Now, welcome back to this episode. Have you heard the story of this lady, Fah? Yeah, that is the name. I got the story yesterday in Radio Jambo. This lady was raped by 4 men. Raped by 4 men. And mark you, what's hurting about all this is there was no action taken. Akienda job anaona watu. Whenever she's at work, she's seeing these guys, they are free, and there was nothing done. After all this, the police, the doctors, nothing happened. I wonder how people can be so heartless. Imagine being raped by 4 men. Talk about the trauma, the PTSDs, the flashbacks, the nightmares or intrusive thoughts about the event. And she came out public just hapa juzi, that is after 4 years. Like, this thing happened 4 years ago. She has been depressed, anxiety issues. This is just persistent sadness, helplessness, or fear. Now I want to give you like insights of what happened. But before we do that, let us think about this: the shame and the guilt. Like, feeling responsible for what happened, because she's saying she even stopped even going for therapy, because every single time she went for therapy, those people will be like, she's narrating the story over and over again in tears. It disturbs her. Her mental health is worrying. She has a lot of trust issues because now you are having difficulties trusting others, especially in intimate relationships. Like, it's just hard. This lady was raped because of mheshimiwa, or a big fish. That is how they call them. Like, just some politician, random politician somewhere. These people are raping her and telling her, like, don't ever do that to mheshimiwa. Don't ever disrespect mheshimiwa. They even went through the back. Come on, what is all this? That is inhumane. I feel like those people should just be rotting in jail. For real, for what they did. Well, maybe I read that story, I listened to it, and I was like, wait, this is disturbing. She should be helped. Yeah, because she's talking about she went to the police, nothing. She went to the hospital, she has walked into offices, nothing is happening. Furthermore, she cannot even call the names or the name of the politician because she fears for her life. When did Kenya come become this bad? Now, before we jump into the story, subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share for more so that this lady can get justice. Let us get justice for Fah. That is the name. Let me remind you again, I got it from Radio Jambo. So if you want, this is just a tip of the iceberg. If you want the whole story, you can visit that channel. I got it on TikTok. Yeah, I looked through YouTube, it's not there. So this is the story. Subscribe. Now, now, this is what happened. This lady is saying one day she's just at home, ametulia, then she gets a knock at the door and she thinks, oh, this is maybe a neighbor who wants something, or just like that, or just a random person because it's late in the evening. Yeah. So she opens the door, and to her surprise, it's people that she knows. These are people that she has met in the airport. They're always with this Mheshimiwa guy. Because she was working the airport at that time. So she's like, oh, hey, what's up? So she's not asking a lot of questions because maybe she feels like, oh, I know these people, but I don't know what they have come to do. But maybe let me just let them in first, is when we talk. So she invites them in. They were four men. They're just there. How are you? How have you been? How's the day been? And the rest. Then one of the men told her, one of the men told her, can you get us a glass of water? So she's saying like where she was living, it's this salty water. So you must go grab that nini, the water that is being bought down there. Yeah. So she had a jerrycan of the water that she bought down there. It was somewhere on the corner. She had a couch, just a small bed sitter. That is where she was residing in, just starting small. Yeah. So she's saying she went to get the water. So she took the nini, how is it called, the water mug, and went there and bent, because it's a bed sitter and a magic floor. She bent over and trying to pour in the water. Then at that point is when he realized one of them came and held her by from the back, and then she was like she's bending and has held her from the back, and she did not realize anything. At this point, everything is still okay, A1. Then, because she didn't want to outburst in rage, she's like, no, 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 don't do that. Like, we are not close to each other that much that you can just grab me. And this guy just persisted. Then when she's like, no, don't do that, and when she's wants to turn with the water to hand him the water, she just had a blow on the cheeks and she fell down. Mark you, she's saying she had these light, these light shots, that because when you're in the house, umejiachilia and the rest. So she had worn these light shorts, she had them on, and some crop top without bras and the rest. So it was light, and I think you could see through something. This is attires that we wear when we want to sleep, or we just in the house alone, free. Yeah. So those are the things that she was wearing. So after getting that blow, she fell on the floor, and eventually one got over her, struggling with her hands. Is when it hit her that maybe these people are raping me, or maybe these people want to rape me. And it was so insane that immediately one of them held her hands on the floor, against the floor, her head. Yeah, because he is over him. The rest were busy removing their trousers. The rest were busy removing their trousers. And even one man went to the bathroom to use the soap to, I don't know if he was preparing or what, like the kunyonga thing. Yeah, that guy was using the soap to arouse himself because they wanted to go in on her. Four of them. They wanted to go in on her. Four of them. This is shocking. The lady was narrating this and she was in tears. You can't even, like, it's even unimaginable if you want to think about that. And the lady was saying she couldn't even wish such an experience for her enemy, her worst enemy. So the story continues. So she's still sprawling and writhing in pain up in the floor, and this guy kept on banging her head on the ground. And when her head was being banged on the ground, she could pass out a little bit, anapoteza fahamu kidogo, then ana regain consciousness, anapoteza fahamu kidogo. So she even tried to scream, and they removed the panty and put it on her mouth, so she couldn't scream. At that time, those other guys are preparing, removing trousers and the rest, until this guy got into her. It was painful, it was horrible. Then the most painful part, one of the guys who was there, who went to arouse himself in the bathroom using a soap or something, came back and was telling this other guy, you're taking too long. And that guy on her is telling the person, yes, I'm taking too long, but you can penetrate her through the back. Wow. At that point, that lady felt like she had died, like she was just dead, and she told herself, let them just finish and kill me. That is what she was saying in her head, let them just finish and kill me. She's trying to scream, the panty is in her mouth, she can't scream. She's trying to breathe, she can't breathe. One is penetrating her to the back, one is penetrating her like from the front, and it was painful. I listened to that podcast and even almost cried, because how can people be this heartless? At that time, this guy is still banging her head against the floor. She's passing and she feels like she's dying, and she was like, she just surrendered to fate and felt like, okay, me, I'm gone, me, I'm dead, this is my fate, let this not happen, and these people just kill me. And what she remembers was, these people kept on telling her, like, don't ever do that to Mheshimiwa, don't ever disrespect Mheshimiwa. What? Mheshimiwa? So Mheshimiwa is a politician or some prominent guy, because the caption was big fish. This big fish. How can we be this heartless? These people did all this to this lady. After they finished, they left her there. When she regained consciousness, she felt like she was too dirty. She felt like she was too dirty, because all these people, all these four men, raped her, some from the front, some from the back, and did not even use protection. They just penetrated her raw. She's saying when one of them was penetrating her through the back, that was the worst experience. It was very painful. It's a pain that you can not fathom. It's unimaginable. Even if you want to imagine it, you can't even think of that. So when she woke up, even one of her teeth was cut. Like it was, she had to go for an hospital. Like she had to go to the hospital so that it could be like lazima wangeishona. Yeah, one of her nipple was ripped like this. So she woke up, she's shaking, she's afraid, she's tired, everything, all her body's aching, and she's like, wait, I'm too dirty, I have to clean all this, that was the mistake she did. Yeah, me, I felt like that was a mistake, because she ought to have gone to the hospital. But she's saying she went to the shower, she opened the shower and just let water flow for an hour, just scrubbing herself, even using a brush to scrub inside her loins and the rest. So it was terrible. And the moment she felt like, at least now I'm okay, she rushed to the hospital. McHugh, with no money, she was broke, so she walked over to the hospital and met a lady there. And the lady just saw her and asked her, "Have you been raped? Have you been raped?" And she was like, "No, I've not been. I've been raped by 4 men." What? So the lady referred her to the doctor. The doctor worked on the breast, on the nipple, which was with the nipple which was ripped, and after that she tried to tell them, "Oh, I've been raped," and the rest. And they were like, "But you have cleaned yourself, there's no evidence, we cannot help you, so you must just go to the police." When she went to the police, she found they were just men, and she asked, "Is there a female police officer that I can talk to?" And they were like, "Okay, you can just talk to us, we're also police officers, we will help you," and the rest. So after come like to and fro, they were like, she got a female officer, she explained, and these people were like, "Now you must, that is an assault because we don't have evidence of rape." The police were like, "That is an assault, we cannot have evidence of rape because you have cleaned yourself, you have, I don't know, done what." So it was just tough. In Makiu, until now, that lady Fah has not gotten justice. And no, what's painful is, at times she is seeing these people who did this to her, who raped her, these 4 men. Come on, Kenya, we can do better than that. Politicians, we can do better than that. Big fishes, the way they call you, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. So, people will watch this video. Let us help find justice for this lady Fah. Kindly share this video widely so that everyone can see this video, so that we can find justice for this lady Fah, who was raped by 4 men in the name of disrespecting a politician. Ciao.